back to my channel. My name is Lauren Budgets, and we're here for the last cash envelope stuffing of 2020. It is actually Christmas Eve, and I managed to make it to the bank because my job is just, we're not doing much. So they were like, we can just go. So I made it to the bank. I've got all my money here, and I did get a bonus, a Christmas bonus. I'm really surprised I did get it because I'm fairly new to this, not the company, but this department in the company. So you'll see towards once I get to my savings, how much I am adding to my house savings later. So we'll go ahead and get started. And Mia, she's going to get $3. So I still, believe it or not, I still have more Christmas shopping to do. I don't know if I'm going to do it, to be 100% honest. When I went to the bank, like, the streets are so crazy packed. I don't even know if it's, I'm not even celebrating with the people that I still need to get the gifts for. So if I get them a little late, I don't think it'll really matter. So, but Mia got $3, and now she has 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. $33 from Miss Mia. And they have this thing on Google where you can track like Santa's journey. So we were doing that earlier, and she was really enjoying it, but then I guess she got a little bored. She walked away, and she was like, let me know when he goes to another house. And I was like, okay. So Babe isn't getting anything this paycheck because Christmas. Medical is getting 10. So for medical, we now have 50, 70, 90, 100, 105, 106, 107. So I did go ahead and plan out like my sinking funds for 2021. I just, wanted to kind of draft it to see if I think I would be able to do what I need to do on top of paying debt and a newly coming mortgage. I want to wait. I am going to make the video, but I might end up having to make some changes depending on how our mortgage goes. Once I see our bills, how they end up being, and what it ends up being that me and my boyfriend decide to pay. But I definitely will get that video out soon, probably sometime next week before the new year. House is going to get $50. There is some money missing. Like every week it goes down because I am like here and there picking up small things. So in house we now have 1, 2, 3, 400, 50, 55, 56, 57. So $457 in house. Sorry guys, like I'm like trying to like hiccup or something. I don't know what's going on. Car maintenance is going to be getting 10. And let me know what you guys are thinking for your sinking funds for 2021. I've been watching a lot of videos, and it seems like a lot of people are cutting down their sinking funds to focus more on debt. And I think that might be the route that I go, even though I don't have many sinking funds. And I feel like the ones I have are necessities because these are the things where you end up spending the most, like unexpectedly. But let me know what you guys are planning on doing with your sinking funds. I don't make a ton of money, so that's, to me, I feel like I have a low income. People probably make a little bit less than I do, but to me, I feel like I have a low income. So having all these sinking funds, I feel like there's not much wiggle room to pay off debt or like have a debt snowball. So I'm just kind of gauging to see what other people are doing, kind of make it work for me. Car maintenance, I have 20, 40, 50, 60, and 65. We had to buy some things for my boyfriend's car. We're going to end up buying a car in 2021. One, we plan on having another kid, and we both have sedans. My sedan is a little bit smaller than his, and even once, like, I had my sedan with my daughter, and I was like, yeah, this isn't really as much space as I thought it was going to be. So we're probably going to end up getting an SUV. We'll end up seeing what happens with that. I told him I wanted to wait closer towards the end of the year, just so we're not like getting into a new mortgage and new bills, and then, oh hey, a new car note. So we're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully we can make at least one of our cars last until the end of the year, since I do work from home and won't really need my car like that. But my boyfriend definitely needs a car. So for Christmas, it's 100% empty. I do have a couple dollars in my purse, but like I said, I am going to end up spending that for the few gifts I have left to buy. So this is going to be starting for my 2021 sinking funds. This I'm not changing. This is something that I'm focusing on because Christmas, it's important. So every month I decide to put like $63 to get around $1,500 by the end of the year, or by the end of November. So that's not right. $63. It's actually $126 a month, which, now that I think about it, kind of seems like a lie. Like, we'll see. Hopefully we get these stimulus checks and I can kind of overstuff this, so I won't have to worry about my paychecks. Thank you so much for my paychecks, but we'll see. Those stimulus checks, I'm not even going to talk about it. Christmas gets 30. So now it only has 30 in there, starting all over. But you know what? I feel like I did pretty good for Christmas this year. I started restuffing my cash envelopes in maybe July or August. Whenever I started making videos was when I started restuffing my cash envelopes, and I did manage to get quite a few things for Christmas. If you can hear that, I'm so sorry. The kids are out there playing. They don't see each other that much, and all they do is like chase each other and scream. So gifts is going to be getting 5. So in gifts, I now have 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So $50 in gifts. Beauty is going to be getting 20. That's empty, so I've only got 20 in there. Utilities isn't getting anything. I'm thinking about either taking this and distributing, whatever. I feel like I'm gonna spread it amongst my sinking funds, or like throw it towards my student loans. It's not much in there, a little over $100, but I won't need this for where I'm currently living, and that's where this is for. We'll see if I end up having to pay utilities at my new house. My boyfriend and I are still trying to decide like who's gonna pay for what, being that he makes a little bit more than I do. So we'll see what ends up happening, and if I end up keeping this envelope. I did get rid of my lawn envelope. Because closing date was supposed to be before Christmas, if some of you remember. But with some paperwork and things that weren't done, that should have been done before closing, and because these 2 weeks are a holiday week, it looks like the first week of January is going to be our closing. So, I mean, it can happen before then, but I got rid of my lawn envelope because the lawn guy's not going to come. He's going to come probably one more time, so I ended up just giving my money to my brother, so he can have that money whenever he needs to get paid. And then I distributed the rest amongst my envelopes. Wedding is going to be getting $6. It's not like a super huge focus for me, but I do want to have it just in case. Like, obviously, well, I don't know if obviously is the right word, but my boyfriend and I are buying a house together. You would think that marriage is going to come next, and I want to be able to afford a wedding band for him, even if we don't have a wedding per se. So that's probably what this is going to end up being used for. So $50, $70, $90, $95, $96, and $97. So $97 in wedding. Not too bad, being that I don't really stuff this envelope with that much. Travel is going to be getting 10. And so now in travel, we have $50, $60, $61, $62. $62 for travel. And I've got to finish wrapping gifts, and I'm like dreading it. My daughter's father doesn't live in the same state that I live in, so he sends his gifts and he doesn't wrap them, and I take it upon myself to wrap them. I'm not quite sure why, because all it does is stress me out, but that's neither here nor there. So emergency is getting 25. And then an emergency, we now have 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, and 20. I don't know why I keep doing this. I'm sorry, guys. 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 5, 10, 15, 20. So 520. So we finally made it past the halfway mark for my emergency fund, at least for my starting point, because like I mentioned, 1,000 is not or what I want to have, but it's my starting goal. Therapy is going to get 25 as per usual. And gas is going to be getting 50, since I notice $100 seems to be kind of not even enough sometimes, but going back and forth to where I will be living and picking up my daughter from my dad's house every weekend, because he takes her to ballet and he lives in the area where I will be living. We're burning through gas. So gas has 50, 20, 40, 45, and 50. And I can't believe I used to make gas $50 last for 2 weeks and still have like rollover. All right, so now for my savings. At work, I got a bonus. Full disclosure, I've been at the company for a while, well, almost 2 years. However, the way that I worked myself up, that's how you get paid. So for my savings, I'm going to be adding $5,100 to my house savings. So I'm truly grateful, truly surprised that I'm getting this amount of money from, the bonus, but I'm definitely going to be able to use it. And we'll put it to good use once we get into the house, or just save it and let it collect interest. So now in my savings, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700, 50, 70, 80, 5, 7. So $22,787. That's now in my house savings. There is something I've been thinking about doing. I know this is for things I need to purchase in my home, but I am thinking about making a house sinking funds binder. Budget Treasures, I believe her name is. Here on YouTube, she has a homework sinking fund binder, which I think is a really good idea. And she has different envelopes for the different things that she knows she wants to buy in her home. Instead of just having it all in one big lump and it's all right, it's a free for all, you can spend whatever you want to spend. So I'm thinking about doing that, just so I have it off to the side and can, kind of limit myself, because I'm a shopper and I know I can go a little crazy. I went to look at some couches the other day and I'm like, I don't like this $2,000 couch. I like this $5,000 couch. And I don't know why. They're very, very similar. So I definitely want to limit myself, especially since we're starting completely fresh. I don't want to be spending thousands of dollars on a bunch of things when I can probably find them more affordable and they're just as good and nice. So I'm thinking about doing that. We'll see if in the next paycheck after the new year, since I don't think I'll quite be in the house unless, fingers crossed, somebody ends up at work these next 2 weeks so we can do what we need to do to close. But I think that's a good idea. That way I'll still be able to have some money in savings and not like starting completely over, because knowing myself, I will probably end up having to start all over. So thank you guys so much for watching. I want to wish you guys a very happy holiday. I'll probably be here before the new year, since that's when my next paycheck is supposed to be. And I will see you guys next time. Happy holidays and have a great weekend. Bye.